Hi students, this is A. Mandari Kumar Rajesh. In this video, we are going to discuss a topic called nucleic acid hybridization blotting technique. Actually, blotting technique is an analytical tool which is widely used in the field of molecular biology for the identification of the desired biomolecules like DNA, RNA and protein. So the blotting techniques are widely used in the identification of biomolecules like DNA, RNA and proteins. And this process also used for the diagnostic purposes. That means with this process we can detect the arrangement of genes in the chromosome. So this process is also used for the diagnostic purposes. Then this process involves the immobilization of the molecule of interest. So this process involves immobilization of molecule of interest. So this molecule of interest may be a DNA, RNA and a protein. So this molecule of interest are not allowed to move. They are trapped by a membrane called nitrocellulosic membrane or nylon. So this molecule of interest are trapped by nitrocellulosic or nylon. After that, the blotted nucleic acids are then used as target gene. In the hybridization technique for the identification of specific nucleic acid. And genes. So the blotted nucleic acids are used as target gene in the hybridization technique for the identification of the specific nucleic acid and gene. There are three types of blotting techniques. They are: the first type is southern blotting technique. The second type is northern blotting technique. The third type is western blotting technique. Let me tell you the three types of blotting technique one by one. Southern blotting technique. Actually, a DNA sequence which is responsible for a production of protein. A DNA is a foundation or core of the production of a protein. So, a DNA can undergo a process called transcription. So results in the formation of mRNA. Then this mRNA can undergo a process called translation. Results in the formation of a protein molecule. So this is called the central dogma of the molecular biology. So in southern blotting, we are able to blot a DNA. So here the molecule of interest is a DNA molecule. So we are able to plot the particular DNA which is responsible for the particular protein. So with the help of the southern blotting, we are able to plot DNA molecule. The next type, northern blotting. So the DNA has to express during gene expression as mRNA. So this DNA has to express during the gene expression as mRNA in order to produce a protein. So with the help of northern blotting, we are able to plot mRNA. Then in the western blotting, we are able to plot a protein molecule. So this mRNA has to produce a concerned protein, and that proteins are identified or blotted by the technique western blotting. So the mRNA is translated into a protein molecule, and that protein molecules are able to blotted by the Western blotting. So that's all about the types of blotting technique. Then I am going to tell about the procedures, the general procedures which are involved in the blotting technique. Let me tell you the procedure which are involved in the blotting technique. The first procedure, homogenize the sample. Homogenize the sample. So homogenization means it is a biological process in which different fraction of the biological samples become equal in composition or equal in proportion, and that process is called as homogenize or homogenization. So this process is followed by various analytical technique. Then this process is followed by separation of molecule of interest. Molecule of interest by electrophoresis. By electrophoresis. So homogenization is the procedure which is followed by the separation of molecules of interest by electrophoresis. Suppose the molecule of interest is a DNA, we have to use gel electrophoresis, agarose gel electrophoresis in order to isolate the DNA fragments. So here you can find the gel plate which contains the DNA fragments. So the separation of molecule of interest by electrophoresis. The third procedure is transferring that molecules to molecules of interest to a nitrocellulosic membrane or nylon. So in this picture you can find a gel plate. This is the gel plate. Above the gel plate you are able to find the nitrocellulosic membrane or nylon membrane. Nitrocellulosic membrane or nylon membrane. So the separated molecules are transferred to the nitrocellulosic membrane or nylon membrane. The fourth step, the final step, is hybridization or identification of the molecule. Hybridization or identification of the molecule of interest. So the last procedure is hybridization with the help of autoradiography. So we are able to identify the hybridized molecule or the molecule of interest with the help of autoradiography. So these are the 4 points, or these are the 4 procedures which is very important in the blotting technique. So please remember these 4 procedures. So with the help of this procedure only we can able to run the blotting technique. Let me teach you the Southern blotting technique. Actually, this technique was developed by the scientist E.M. Southern. That is why it is called the Southern blotting technique. Then I am going to tell you the steps which are involved in the Southern blotting. The first step, DNA has to isolate it and run on a gel. So the DNA is cut by the suitable restriction enzyme and it has to run on a agarose gel electrophoresis. So the first diagram shows the loading of DNA sample, then the second diagram shows the DNA fragments on the gel. After the gel electrophoresis, the DNA fragments are isolated depends upon their size and their net charges. So here the picture shows the DNA fragments on the gel plate. Then this DNA fragments are treated with NaOH, sodium hydroxide. So this sodium hydroxide denatures the DNA to form the single strand. So this is very important steps. So this sodium hydroxide denatures the GNA to form single strand. Then the transfer of GNA from agarose gel to nitrocellulosic membrane by capillary action. Without using any energy, the transfer of GNA from agarose gel to nitrocellulosic membrane takes place. How it is possible? How it happens? So here you can find the gel plate which is placed above a buffer saturated filter paper. So this is the gel plate. This is the gel plate which is placed above the buffer saturated filter paper, and this container contains a buffer solution, and that buffer solution contains sodium saline citrate. So this buffer solution contains sodium saline citrate. So in which this DNA molecules are highly soluble. In sodium saline citrate, the DNA fragments are highly soluble. Then above the gel plate, the nitrocellulosic membrane is placed. So the nitrocellulosic membrane is placed above the gel plate, and it is covered by 2 to 3 paper tissues. 2 to 3 paper tissues. Then the flow of buffer solution occurs through the gel plate. Then the flow of buffer solution occurs through the gel plate. So the solution moves towards the gel plate, and it carries the DNA molecule in the gel plate to the nitrocellulosic membrane. So this buffer solution moves towards the gel plate, and it reaches the gel plate, and it carries the DNA fragments which are present in the gel plate, and it carries the DNA and it moves towards the nitrocellulosic membrane, and it reaches the top of the paper. That solution reaches the top of the solution, but the DNA fragments are trapped by the nitrocellulosic membrane. The DNA fragments are trapped by the nitrocellulosic membrane. They are firmly stopped by the nitrocellulosic membrane. So the DNA cannot passes through the membrane, and it is fixed firmly to the paper or the nitrocellulosic membrane. Then it is exposed to a solution containing radio-labeled complementary DNA probe. It is exposed to the hybridization probe with its complementary sequence. Here the DNA fragments contains single strand. So this complementary sequence can bind with this single strand, suitable single strand. So the binding of probe to its complementary sequence, hybridization process takes place. So this is detected by the autoradiography. So the hybridization DNA are identified with the help of the autoradiography. That means by using X-ray we can identify the DNA molecule, that is the molecule of interest. So that's all about the Southern blotting technique. If you have any doubt, please clarify with me. Thank you very much for watching this video.